My son plays for the Celtics, the G League team right now.
Oh
Okay.
wow, that's
Okay.
dope.
So, did I answer your question? No.
Be You with Crystal, established in 2021 as a YouTube platform about empowerment, transformation, and enhancement. From nutrition to overall mental, physical, and spiritual enrichment, she has a content that creates and breathes building superheroes. She's a strong voice of reason in an ocean full of doubt. As a mother, a wife, an entrepreneur, and a lifestyle coach, she shares her brand with a wide audience, but mostly targeting women. With a growing online presence, she is a servant of the people. To quote a mission captured on her IG page, I help women go from being stuck to being unstoppable. Almost, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Crystal. Believe it or not, people still call me Little Baller. That's like a little side name. But as you said, I'm a mom of four ballers, a wife. Whew, we're going on 26 years, y'all.
Woo!
Um,
Okay.
so I just have a passion for helping people become the best version of themselves. I pretty much been doing this now for about, I'm gonna say 12 years, but it actually, when I look back, it's been longer than 12 years. Right now I created a online community since we're talking about online for women. I used to serve everybody, I still do, but I kind of wanted to hone down on women because I'm a female, about to be 50, and just really be an example of what it look like when you take care of yourself. And I talk about total transformation. Mindset is everything, body is your nutrition and fitness, and then your spirit. When we work on all three of those, we get to become the best version of ourselves. So not just talking about it, but I take great pride in leading by example of what that looked like as best as I can.
Where are you from? Like where'd you grow up at?
I'm from Jersey.
Okay.
I moved, but I'm in Maryland right now, but I'm from Jersey, born and raised.
There-
So, how did you come up with the name of your platform, Be You?
Because I wanted to, so when I first started coaching people, I would be in other rooms and I would hear someone um walk in a room, talk to other people about their goals. And then the response was what they wanted the person to become pretty much. So I don't know if that made sense or not. So for example, most women come to me or was coming to me to lose weight. So I would do the intake, and a lot of times we project what we see for the person versus just encouraging them to be themselves. So it's be you, but become the best version of yourself. Because I
Mm,
had, so when people lock in on that, like there's no mistakes. I tell people now, just be committed to becoming 1% better every day. So that's where I got is be you with Crystal. Just be yourself, but I'm going to help you to become the best version of yourself.
how would they find you on social media? What handles do you have?
All of my handles are BEU is B as in boy, E as in Eddie, U as in unicorn with Crystal. Um, the website is BEU with Crystal.com, and then Instagram, Facebook, everything is BEU with Crystal. Even YouTube. I'm working on
There you go.
that.
Can you kind of tell us a little bit about what it's been like to build your brand on the internet, the struggles and some of the
Mm.
successes?
So we know now you go on the internet and people could just talk, but they're not always sharing how they are authentically, right?
Hmm.
I don't know if that makes sense or not. So when I first started, it was just like me and my videos, and people could feel my vibe. But I think I like online, but now I'm learning too to be able to touch somebody and they see that you're a real person,
Mm,
um, and you're authentic and transparent. But when you say online, because online is so broad, so there's different facets when you talk about online. But I really
right.
believe that, and y'all may or may not be able to share about this. When people know who the person is behind it and what they stand for, it kind of helps to elevate the business, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. People will
Yeah.
support
I agree.
those that they know and they feel and they connect to. So even with myself, you talk about all these businesses. Believe it or not, I'm a behind the scenes person. I'm just at the age about to step into 50, being willing to be seen. Because I love to work. I work really hard. And this, I'm like, I'll be in the back. I could be in the back and be good. I don't have to be out front. But this year, I just say, you know what? I'm just going to throw my hands up and I'm like, Lord, what is it? What did you want me to do? Because this thing kept coming around over and over again. And I'm like, I didn't think I was powerful enough. I didn't think I was eloquent enough. I admire like Mel Robbins and Eric Thomas, and you hear these speakers, and I'm like, man, they're so motivating. But I was comparing myself to them. But I had to
Mm,
remind myself, like, what God had for you is for you. So just allow yourself to be, just like I tell my people, be you, but be willing to become the best version of yourself. So
there you go.
2025 is going to be really interesting. Because I'm just taking the cap off, like seriously, even though I've done all those other things, it's going to be interesting. He's already moving, like things are already shaking just from me being a yes to just, coming from behind the scenes, if that makes sense. So that was even with opening up this community that I just opened up. I just said I wanted to make sure that I die empty and that I didn't do more for this world than I did for God. So it's
Damn.
like almost being a bridge, So when you talk about the internet, I have to go online to be able to reach the masses. You can't,
Yes.
you can reach the people in your city, but you can reach way more people if you go online. And
Mm.
that's here we are.
Why this? Helping people.
Well, believe it or not, I've always been that person. Even back, you talk to like your aunts and your mom and how you were coming up. I've always been that person to help other people. This is just a different level, and I had to go back and receive the we call it feed forward, not feedback, or the compliments, if you will. I played basketball in high school and college, and all of my teammates, they always said, like, Crystal, you were always so nice, you were always so giving, you were always so caring, you always like made sure everybody else was okay. So, if you didn't know, I had a restaurant, I had a bakery. How I got into nutrition and fitness, I was overweight, tired, lethargic, and decided that I wanted a change. And some people don't know how bad they feel till they start feeling good. So
Mm,
what I did was started to work on myself, and other women were asking like, "What are you doing?" So me, I'm like, "Okay, I want you to feel the same." But there was something missing. So when I talk about total transformation, I had a nutrition and fitness piece down pat, right? Mindset. I never knew, even growing up in church, I've never heard people talk about mindset. So I
mm,
started to learn about like personal development and things of that nature. Then I was like, you know what? We got to wrap this around and make spirit the foundation, because I will go in the gym and I'm always complimenting even other women. I'll be like, oh my God, your body's amazing. But you have a conversation, you realize like mentally people are off. And this is not judging. This is just having, when I say people are off, like not believing in themselves, you'll see somebody that look amazing. They go in the gym and, just body is just chiseled. And some of us, Crystal, would equate that to confidence. But when you have the conversation, it's just like, wow. So, being able to lock in on that personal development. And this is where I got total transformation from. I'm like, listen, you can look good, but are you working on your mental, right?
mm.
You can be in church, but are you working on your health? Because, I think we're never going to be able to balance all three of them. But if you're committed in all three areas, we get to evolve all three of those. And that's just where I am now. And I created this community, and I'm always going to be transparent. And I just share with them like where I was and where I came from and where I am to this day. And I'm like, man, when you put all three of those together, you're unstoppable. I'm about 20 miles south of Atlantic City. They consider it the country,
Okay.
not from the hood. I
No.
thought so until I went to college in Jersey City, right
Oh,
outside of New York. And when my, people visited, they were like, no, this is not a project. This is a
oh.
condo.
What position did you play?
Uh, 4, 5.
Oh, you
Like a
tall.
3, 4, 5. Yeah, I played. All my babies played.
You kind of tall then. Okay.
I'm yeah, 6 feet, 5'11", 3/4. But we rounded up for the books.
And I see that book in your background. Are you an avid reader?
Oh yeah. Right now I'm reading Let Them by Mel Robbins, off the chain. Let Them. It's
Hmm.
Let Them and then Let You. Yeah. I like learning. I didn't like to read before though, believe it or not. Even to this day, I'm a numbers person, but because I have a desire to become better, that's the only reason why you see these books.
Okay.
Because this was me. No pictures.
Done.
Seriously, up until like maybe 10 years ago.
Okay.
But I wanted to become better. Like I didn't go through college and high school wanting to read, but now I'm like, so yeah.
When you were growing up, what did you think you would become as an adult?
I wanted to be an architect, and I wanted to own a construction company and build houses.
Okay.
but the college I went to, they didn't have that as an option. So I business education, computer science.
That's totally different from a
Yeah,
couple
they
that
didn't have it. I was just like,
content
yeah,
creator, like
yeah.
an architect. I guess it's building all in the
You
same
know,
project.
yeah, I wanted to design the homes and then I wanted to own a company to build the homes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is what happened when you take care of yourself. And so I, with the women, just we can age backwards. We can.
Yeah.
But if you tell yourself you can't, then you're gonna be that person. My women, they're always fussing about different things, trying to do it overnight. I gave myself 2 years. I started talking about best shape by 50. I got a shirt made
Okay.
when I turned 48. And this year, when my birthday came, everybody was like, Happy 50th birthday. I said, Oh, that was the warm up. I got time. I got a whole nother year. But I gave myself time because we always try to do it quick.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, I'm not like, you know how I'm the
You ain't got no
person
more, but
when y'all talking trash about we gonna beat y'all, I don't say anything in the gym. I
yeah,
just point at the scoreboard when we leave and just get on the bus. Because now we talk about mindset. When I look back as I talk about it, personal development and things like that, I didn't realize how my mind was set. I'm sorry, how my mindset was back in the day
yeah,
versus now. Like always having it. Seriously.
yeah.
Because in that moment, like it was disaster. It's like, oh, and I had sex one time and got pregnant. And if
Right.
that's what you want to call it. But
Yeah.
I also teach, I like to speak to the women that are in those situations. It's like, listen, your situation don't have to be your future. You just got to make up your mind.
And where would you like to see your business go? When it comes to your online platform.
Well, I probably set my bar a little, well, people tell me I set my bar small. I'm looking to have 1,000 women in my community, in my online community.
Mm.
Even saying that, my heart's like, but the moment I put it out there, I literally had 29, and they're like, we're going to double this and triple this. But I think online is going to be the future. But you could take online, offline too.
Yes.
But this right here, being in the boxes and talking to people still, if you're authentic, they can feel it and you can help a person because I didn't really believe in being able to help people on a screen because I'm such a like, hugger and things of that nature. But
Mm-hmm.
it is I mean, everybody's online. And I had being seasoned, I'm not old, I'm seasoned. I had to yeah, write that down because I told people I'm not old. Nonetheless, I had to let my guard down and walk into this in order to be able to grow. So
Yeah,
even for my own self, like I see it, like the vision is there. I just have to continue to walk into it, if that makes sense.
that
That's
does make sense. Yeah. So how would you actually, considering what you just said, if you had the ability to have a conversation with yourself 10 years ago, what advice would you give yourself?
oh, I would have took the cap off 10 years ago. Just be you.
Okay.
Don't worry about failing because sometimes we try to have the whole plan. It's like start before you're ready, just depending on where your faith is and just like lean in on God. Because if it's for you, and it's funny you asked that question. I look back some days and I'm like, man, you could have been way down the street. Nonetheless, here we are. But I would have told my old self, just, no judgment against yourself. Just move. Like
Mm,
if we don't move, walk get my definition of moving is just walking by faith. Whether you have the money, you just need a vision, right? And a little bit of belief in yourself. Put one foot in front of the other. I love studying successful people. Most of them fail. Like they lost homes and everything, but people think that you got to have it all. But that would be the number one advice. Just go. Go and don't turn back. Draw the line, burn the bridge, whatever it is, and don't turn back. But here we are, and even with what I'm doing right now, at 50, well, I got a couple months left, but I want to show people like once you make the decision, doesn't matter how old you are. Because some people be like, oh, I'm a little old. They say old, they're old. Older, I don't have time. You got time. If you have breath in this body, you have time. You got to see it, be open, right? And then
mm.
have faith to move. So I'm excited, and hopefully we can circle back like in a year to see what I'm saying now because this is amazing. Like people be empowered even when they listen to this. When they get off this computer or we stop this, you got to live everything you said,
That's
right?
true. Yeah.
Because
Right.
it sounds powerful, and that's
Yeah.
what I hold over my own head. It's like, okay, that was great. Now what we doing? Because everybody could do this, but getting into action, that's a whole nother level.
I appreciate it. All right. Thank you so
No
much.
problem.
Okay.
All right, y'all have a good night. I'll talk to
All
you
right.
later.
All right.
Thank
Talk to you
you.
later.
Enjoy.